In the early days of recorded music, artists and record labels focused heavily on full albums instead of singles. Albums were carefully crafted collections of songs that told a story or showed a musical journey from start to finish. Producing an album was a big deal. It required months or even years of writing, recording, and perfecting songs. Albums were seen as the main way for artists to express their creativity and build a connection with fans. The vinyl record, cassette tape, and later the CD made albums the primary format for music listening. Fans often brought an entire album to hear new songs, not just a single hit. Album sales were how artists and labels made most of their money and built their reputation. Some albums became cultural milestones, defining entire genres and decades. For example, classics like the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band or Michael Jackson's Thriller were celebrated as complete works, not just as collections of singles. During the 20th century, the album's importance were reinforced by the technology and market demands of the music industry. Radio stations and music stores focused on promoting whole albums, encouraging listeners to explore an artist's full work. However, the rise of digital music and the internet started to change this landscape dramatically. In the 2000s, music shifted from physical albums to digital downloads and eventually streaming platforms. Streaming made it easier and cheaper for listeners to pick individual songs instead of whole albums. Artists and labels began to notice that singles could get more immediate attention online, thanks to social media and playlists. Releasing singles became a way to stay relevant, keep fans engaged, and adapt quickly to changing trends. Instead of waiting years to release a full album, artists can now drop singles regularly to maintain momentum. This also helps artists test new sounds or styles with audiences before committing to a full album. Streaming services like Spotify and Apple Music promote singles heavily through curated playlists and algorithms. In today's music world, a single hit can launch an artist to fame faster than an album ever could. This shift has led to more focus on catchy, radio-friendly songs and sometimes less emphasis on creating a unified album experience. Some critics worry this trend reduces the artistry and storytelling that albums used to offer. But many artists still release albums as a way to share a bigger message or artistic vision. Others release EPs or mixtapes as a middle ground between singles and full albums. The music industry continues to evolve, balancing the old tradition of albums with the new demands of streaming culture. Fans now enjoy more music choices than ever, but the way they consume it has changed. Whether through albums or singles, artists keep finding new ways to connect with their audience. The history of music release shows how technology and culture shape the art we hear. Understanding this change helps us appreciate the music we love in a new way, whether it's a full album or a single track. So next time you stream your favorite song, remember it's a part of a long story about how music reaches our ears. Like, comment, and subscribe for daily history and culture content.